Yo, what it do again? Welcome back to the channel. So listen guys, for you guys today, I finally have it, the Asian Punk Asian Warrior deck that I've been telling you guys for like 2 weeks, if not longer. I had to make this video about 3 times. I made it one time, the file got corrupted, you could hear my voice, but there was no video. Then the second time I had the clips, the new season started, so all that stuff got wiped because I hadn't saved it yet. So it's that time. So then I made this video now. So with that being said, it's a 42 card deck list. I'm gonna go over everything at the end of the video because there are some counterintuitive interactions in this deck. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you do, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And enough talking, let's get into the replays. Alright gang, here we are for the first replay of the video. And we went up against, I believe it was like a Sprite deck, if I'm not 100% sure. But I like playing this deck because you're playing 2 completely different engines in one deck, which is crazy. Sometimes you're gonna get to just play Punk first and then OTK second doing Asian Warrior stuff. Sometimes you might just have to make an Asian Warrior board. It depends. In order to make both decks, make a board with both decks, you have to have specific things in your hand, which I'm gonna explain all of that to you at the end of the video, right? So here we're gonna activate a Jam Swing session. You hear the music, bro? Alright. We're gonna activate our Ukiyo. So that way we use the C-Aiming and the Ukiyo as fusion materials to go into the Rising Carp, right? Because we pay life points, we're gonna draw a card. And let me teach you something. You should mainly always, if you can, start with your Punk monsters, especially if you have this thing on the field, because you might draw into your Asian Warrior cards that you might be able to use, right? So we're gonna use the Rising Carp effect, bringing the Deer Note onto the field with the Madame Spider. Madame Spider is gonna pay taxes so we can get our trap. That's gonna trigger our field spell to draw another card, right? We're gonna use both of these monsters to synchro summon into the Chaos Ruler. Get a little chaotic, bro, as I always tell you. Activate that thing's effect, activating the Deer Note. Deer Note is gonna bring the Ukiyo back onto the field, right? And then we're gonna start milling. We're gonna hit a Sun Kong, a Savage Dong Ying, a Sang Di, another Sang Di, and a Foxy Tune. So I bring the Savage Dong Ying to the hand. We're going to activate the Asian Warrior Saga. We're going to activate Deception and Betrayal. That way, after we set our trap, that way we could special summon our Song Mui, right? That's going to trigger the 3 visits effect. So we search out a Sun Kong, which is going to be able to special summon itself onto the field, triggering this thing's effect so we could send that thing to the graveyard. And now because we send this thing to the graveyard, I get to special summon an Asian Warrior monster from the hand. So the Savage Dong Ying pop up. We're going to activate that thing's effect, searching a Cow D, whatever it is. We're going to use both of these monsters to link summon into the Asian Warriors of Double Dragon Lords, activating that thing's effect, searching another Deception and Betrayal. Follow up for next turn. We're going to special summon the Lu Feng. Then we're going to activate the field spell, banishing a Punk monster from the graveyard. So that way we get to special summon a Punk monster from the hand, right? So now we special summon the Ukiyo, use the Ukiyo and the Chaos Ruler to synchro summon into the Psychic and Punisher. And that's all she wrote. Now let me explain some things to you. This thing and this thing on the field are counterintuitive. Why? Because this thing is going to make your opponent lose life points. You need to have less life points than your opponent. But still, if they don't manage to get the life points less than you, you're still good. And also, if they do, this still it's a 3500 beast stick. So that's why that thing is in there. But this thing is counterintuitive. Now let me tell you what you're looking at. You're looking at a quick effect, pop-up monster on the field with the highest attack, non-targeting. Quick effect, bounce back a card to the hand. Life points are being paid. Quick effect, synchro summon into a monster that can send things back into the hand also. And you have a pop-up card on the field. When you pop a card, this thing activates. Special summon, and it's untargetable by anything. It's good. So that's what you're looking at here. They're gonna start off by activating Cosmic Cyclone, targeting our trap. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use the effect of the trap before they banish it, because if I pop this thing, it's gonna activate the effect of the COD right here. So that's exactly what happens. We're gonna special summon that thing, sending Deception and Betrayal to the graveyard. I'm also well, they're gonna max CS, so that's gonna make them lose 400 life points, right? So again, we special summon this thing. They're gonna draw a card. I'm gonna activate this thing's second effect, that if a card is sent to the graveyard, I get to banish a card and then draw a card. So I'm gonna banish the max C just to draw a card. They're gonna activate their second Cosmic Cyclone, of course. And now their life points is way lower than us, so the Psychic and Punisher is kind of useless in a sense. So here we join to the 3 visits. Again, they activate the Sprite Starter. Again, they gotta pay life points for that, bringing the blue onto the field. They activate that thing's effect, paying life points again. I'm gonna pop that thing with the P.U.N.K, because that's the only level 2 they have on the field. They already normal summon, so if they don't have a level 2, they're gonna activate triple attack their talent to draw 2 cards, and they're not gonna draw into anything. They're just gonna scoop. If they don't have a level 2 on the field, they can't special summon anything, bro. It's pretty ridiculous. But I wanted to show you this replay so you can see the crazy type of boards that you can make with this deck, right? With that being said, let's go into the next replay. Alright, gang, here we are for the second replay of the day. And I'm pretty sure we went up against tier limits. And this duel alone can show you that Master Duel sometimes could be a coin emulator. What do I mean? It's just if you go first and you make a good board, it doesn't matter what deck you're playing against. You might just win, you know? So here we activate the Foxy Tomb, sending the P.U.N.K to the graveyard so I can special summon a C-Aimon. C-Aimon is going to activate its effect, searching me out a Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm going to normal summon that thing, activate its effect so I can use the Madame Spider and the C-Aimon to fusion summon into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rising Carp, right? We're going to activate the Rising Carp effect. That way we could bring the Deer Note and the Wagon onto the field. Wagon is going to pay life points so we could get a Jam Extreme session because now we're bumping. We're going to set that thing down, activating Deception and Betrayal so that way I can activate its effect and special summon our Savage Dong Ying. We're going to activate this thing's effect, searching our P.U.N.K, and we're just going to special summon that thing. Then we're going to use both of these monsters right here to synchro summon into the Chaos Ruler. Get a little chaotic like I always tell you. Activate that thing's effect. Activate the Deer Note so we could bring the Madame Spider back onto the field from the graveyard, right? Set it right here. We're going to start milling. We hit an Ogre Dance, Joyous Spring, 3 visits, Sun Kong, and Sun Moi. So I get the Ogre Dance to the hand. Everything gets sent to the graveyard. We're going to activate the Madame Spider, paying life points, which is going to let us draw a card while also searching out our trap. Again, we get to draw a card. We draw into Ash Blossom. We're going to use both of these monsters right here to synchro summon into the Psychic and Punisher, of course. Bring him out here. Then we're going to activate the Chaos Ruler in the graveyard, banishing a Light in the Dark, so we could special summon it onto the field, right? Set down a trap, and that's our board. I'm going to tell you something, again, counterintuitive. These things on the field don't do all that well together, but it is what it is, right? It's up to you how you want to make your board. Again, to me, it's like we have 5,000 life points, 3,000 life points less than them. They might not be able to get less life points than us, so it's still fine. That's the way I think about it. So let me tell you what you're looking at. You're looking at 400 life points burn, quick effect, destroy pop a card on the field with the highest attack, Psychic and Punisher, quick effect, synchro summon to bounce back, and pop a card on the field and Ash Blossom, right? So here they're gonna start off by activating, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, I actually thought about this for a little while before I decided to ash it, but I'm glad I did because they're playing tier limits and this was a free window, bro. Nah. So again, we're gonna decide to Ash Blossom that thing, get it out of here. It's definitely spring. I don't want to hear it. So then they're gonna activate the Scream. They started screaming at me because I Ash Blossom them. They're gonna normal summon the Merly, activating that thing's effect, activating the Scream, so now they get to mill 6 cards, and I was like, okay, no problem. Also our attack gets diminished. I'm like, okay, bet. Now they're gonna activate the Shadow Wendy in the graveyard, also activating the Shadow Beast. And here I decided to activate this thing's effect because I realized they had a Rhino Heart in their graveyard, so I decided to banish the Rhino Heart with this thing's effect, right? Get it out of here. And then we get to draw a card. We draw into another Savage Song Ding. So here they special summon the Shadow Quamara. And here I decided to activate the Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was just going to send everything back to the hand. They already normal summoned. They already milled everything they could mill because they don't have any other millers in the graveyard. And they're just cool because I was just going to slap them next turn. Which is hilarious, bro. So yeah, they just scoop. That was all she wrote. And I'm telling you, bro, sometimes all you need is to make a good board. There's a lot of things. We still had more disruption. If they would have brought Kid Carlos or anything like that onto the field, I would have popped it with the Sun Moi. I still had the trap to pop something else. Like, we still had a bunch of disruption, bro. So with that being said, let's go into the next one. Alright, gang, here we are for the third and last replay of the day. And I believe, what did we go up against? Oh yeah, we went up against what's that? The trap card, Dinomorphia. Yeah, there you go. We went up against Dinomorphia, and it was a really interesting duel. So here they activated Dinomorphia Teresa, setting down a Dinomorphia Frenzy, right? Then they're gonna set down 5 and end their turn. The scariest thing you could ever see in your life, right? So here they immediately activate the anti-spell Fragrance, and I'm like, okay, bet we don't really need spells. So I activate the Ogre Dance, getting in my Dance Spider onto the hand. I'm gonna normal summon that thing, pay life points to get a trap, right? Then from here I'm gonna activate the Foxy Tune, sending that to the graveyard so I can get a Yuki-Oi. Yuki-Oi, we're gonna use both of these monsters right here, so that way we could fusion summon into the Rising Carp, right? Rising Carp is gonna activate the effect, bring a Deer Note and a Wagon onto the field. Wagon is gonna pay life points. Then they're gonna activate the Dinomorphia Frenzy, right? I'm gonna Ash Blossom that thing, get it out of here. Not today, because we don't need that thing, that monster on the field. That thing is cracked. So again, we got a Jam Extreme Session. We're gonna set that down. Again, we can't activate it because there's a spell in the back. So then we're gonna use both of these monsters to go into the Chaos Ruler, right? Activate this thing's effect, activating the Deer Note in the graveyard, right? So we can special summon the Yuki-Oi back onto the field. So here we hit our Sun Moi, Guan Yung, Sang Di, and our Saudi, and our 3 visits. So we basically hit nothing that we could have used, which is fine. It's gonna happen. Then we're gonna Synchro Summon into the Amazing Dragon, right? They're gonna Sullen Judgment this thing. Crazy, right? So that thing gets popped before I even get to use its effect. I'm gonna activate the Chaos Ruler in the graveyard, banishing those monsters so I could bring it back onto the field, right? Then from here, I'm going to activate the Deer Note, showing them the Foxy Tune so I can special summon the Foxy Tune, sending the Deer Note to the graveyard. With these 2 level 8s, I'm going to get a number 23 Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld, right? So here, I can attack directly, but they have the Book of Moon, and I'm like, I can negate that thing. And then they were like, okay, what are you going to do about the second one? And I'm like, whoa, brother, I can't do anything about that. So they're gonna flip us. I can't attack. I can't really do anything. That thing gets negated, but for what reason? And it was just crazy to me. The duel is over, bro, because here they join to nothing and they're just gonna scoop. Again, all I had to do was flip this thing and attack directly. Would have been GG's. But to me, this thing is crazy. I wanted to show it to you that you could play without spells. Also, sometimes, like I said, look, you have a Asian warrior. Sometimes you're going to play Punk, sometimes you're going to play Asian Warriors. That's why I decided to show you this specifically. With that being said, let's go into the deck list. Right, again, here we are in the deck list portion of the video. And here I'm just going to go over the whole deck list and then I'm going to explain certain things to you. So we got 1 Ghost Ogre, the Snow Rabbit, 2 Ash Blossoms, 1 Yuki-Oi Punk, Sharakasai, 1 Gagaku Punk Wagon, 1 Madame Spider, 3 Sea Amons, 3 Asian Warrior Masterful Sun Moi, 2 Asian Warrior Ignatius Sun Kong. Then we got 2 Deer Notes, 2 Asian Warrior Savage Dong Ying. We got 1 Asian Warrior Loyal Guan Yung. Then we got 2 Asian Warriors Valiant Sang Dings and 1 Asian Warrior Ambitious Cao Di. Then we have 3 Asian Warrior Rebellious Lu Feng, 3 non-punk Foxy Tunes, 2 no-punk Ogre Dance, 1 Punk Jam Extreme Session, 2 Fire for Mensha Tenji, 3 Asian Warrior Saga, 3 Visits, 3 Asian Warrior Saga Deception and Betrayal, 2 Emergency Teleports, and 1 your rookie Punk, your freaking trap, right? Then you have 1 Yuki-Oi Punk Rising Carp, 1 Draco Berserker of the Tenyi, 1 Chaos Ruler, 1 Punk Jam Dragon Drive, 1 Baron the Floor, 1 Social Supreme Severin, 2 Yuki-Oi Punk Amazing Dragon. You don't need to, you could take one out. I just did this for like consistency basis and stuff like that, because sometimes you might need to, but most of the time you don't. So you could definitely switch this out for something else. We got 1 Psychic and Punisher, 1 number 23 Lancelot, 1 number 38 Hopebringer, 1 number 69 Xenophon the Sky Prison, 1 Divine Arsenal AA Sus, and 2 Asian Warriors Oath Double Dragon Lords. Alright, so that is the deck list. Something I gotta tell you is that the synergy between this deck is really good, because sometimes, again, you're playing one engine that goes well going first, which is the Punk one, and then you're playing another one that goes well going second, which is the Asian Warriors one, which is really cool in my opinion. But in order to make them blend together, to make a board with both engines together, you're gonna need specifics. Like, sometimes you're gonna need this and a Asian and a Warrior monster in the hand, and you're gonna need a Foxy 2 and 2 other Punk monsters in the hand that are Punk monsters, or another one. It depends, because sometimes you might have to discard one of your Asian Warriors. But essentially, you gotta look at it. This is just your extender. As long as you have this is your extender to start special summoning your Asian Warriors, specifically this one. And then Foxy Tune is your extender in order to get rid of a card to special summon your Sea-Aimon and start doing plays, or special summon your Yuki-Oi if you have a Punk monster in the hand, right? Another thing is that the counterintuitiveness of this thing and this thing, it's not the greatest combo together, right? Because you need to have less life points than your opponent. But again, if they don't get to the point to have less life points than you, you're still good. And also, if they do get to that point, this is still a 3500 beat stick, right? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. There's a lot of things in here. If you guys have questions, comments, and concerns, just let me know. Like, if you need to get into your level 10s, this is a level 7 that you can special summon. If you have 2 Asian Warriors on the field, you just bring one of your level 3 tuners, which you have a bunch. You could bring even Ash Blossom special summoning. You could even do this thing. Making level 10 synchros is not that hard with this deck, bro. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.